Hey and welcome to BoatProjectY. Thank you for joining us as we unveil the secrets behind transforming this extraordinary vessel and discover the hard work, the exceptional craftsmanship and the unyielding spirit of adventure that accompanies every build. Hey and welcome back to Project Y. I've still got a proper cold and a head full of snot, but don't let that put you off. It's a beautiful day, so naturally we're back at it. Continuing the glorious show of removing and repainting the port side of my magnificent vessel. Do you remember where we left off 2 episodes ago? Well, that's of course exactly where we're going to be starting today. Tried and true method. For those who missed it, the idea is to preserve that yellow paint layer you see appearing as we strip the paint. That's the old primer, a zinc layer, and that's actually doing an amazing job protecting the steel from rust. So we quite like to keep it intact whenever possible. Our method goes like this. With an impact hammer we knock off large chunks of paint from the hull, and that works surprisingly well. After that, the needle gun comes out to deal with all the corners, edges and awkward curves, stripping away all the stubborn leftovers. It's loud, it's heavy, and it works. It's not exactly what you call relaxing, but with 2 of us and a healthy dose of stubbornness, the end slowly comes into view. You can also clearly see that wherever that zinc primer layer disappeared, rust spots immediately start forming. Nature wastes no time. We're pulling kilos and kilos of old paint off this hull, bags full of it. The boat is losing a serious amount of weight. Though, let's not celebrate too early because we'll be putting a good chunk of that right back on with at least 5 fresh coats of paint. Yeah, that's what we call progress in circles, people. Yes, happy me with all that progress. And because I apparently hadn't suffered enough quite yet, or because I just loved to push myself, I also started removing the paint from the inside rubbing strake with a needle gun. Only to stumble upon a rather unpleasant surprise. At one spot, the trim along the top edge had come loose, allowing water, or at least moisture, to sneak in between the trim and the bulwark. And of course, rust followed, as it always does. That simply would not be accepted, so I had no choice but to cut out a section and weld in fresh steel. Not the prettiest weld in the world, I'll admit, but I made sure the penetration was good, and that's what counts. It'll all be ground smooth anyway. And to finish things off nicely, I added a little layer of epoxy filler. And apparently also a bit of it on the camera lens while I was on it. Ready to paint now, you'd think? Or, yeah, well, not quite. We still need to go over the entire hull several more times. First pass, me with the needle gun, again. Chasing down the last stubborn flakes of paint hiding in corners and edges. Right behind me, my father follows me with an orbital sander, going over everything with a 60 grit to ensure proper paint adhesion and to smooth out the final imperfections. Alright, so now we're ready to paint, right? Still no. We get to remove the scaffolding all the way back again because the areas we treated yesterday with phosphoric acid, where rust traces still remained, need to be sanded over again to remove any of the residue. So now we can finally paint. Look, my father is already bringing out the gear. Nope, not just yet. One last full pass over the entire hull, this time to degrease everything properly before painting. I also wasn't entirely happy with how the phosphoric acid reacted to the new steel. The mill scale was still clearly visible, and that just didn't sit right with me, so came out the sander once more and removing the last traces of this mill scale to ensure a proper adhesion of the new paint. And then, finally, the real paint work begins. We started by mixing the two-component Geodomestic 90 alu paint, now component A and B, plus a little bit of thinner since we'll be spraying it. Le moment suprême is approaching. Before spraying, the paint gets filtered, very important when using a spray system. You really don't want any lumps or debris messing up with your finish, or worse, clogging up your machine. When spraying, a few things really matter. Keep a constant distance and a constant speed relative to the hull. At the end of the stroke, you just gently flare out and then flare back in before starting on the next pass. Same distance, same speed, over and over to get a consistent result. And boy oh boy are we happy with the result. It's a fantastic step forward, especially psychologically. And honestly, any excuse is a good one to celebrate progress on a project like this. We're generally thrilled. All the old paint is finally gone and the hull is starting to look refined again. A proper step in the right direction. Step by step, we're bringing this ship back to something majestic. Follow along on this channel to see what comes next. Ahoy, my friends!